Hello, everybody. What's going on out there? I'm Dependent Fanatic. Welcome in if you are new, and if you keep coming back, welcome. Hello. This show is all about this channel. It's all about Michigan sports mostly, but mostly college sports across the board. A lot of teams. I like to do rankings for college football every single season, and there's two different rankings that I do. There's the resume ranking, where it is just what have you done? It's your resume that is compiled. And for that, this week, two lost teams are now a quality win because I'm running out of one lost teams and undefeated teams here to differentiate some of these top teams. So that is a new thing. Plus, we had numerous top 25 teams, according to the AP, that went down this past week, including yours truly, the Michigan Wolverines. So that is a huge shakeup. We have a new number one in the resume ranking. The second ranking is my power ranking, where I just look at the teams, um, go by how I feel that almost how I feel they're going to do, but not really. It's a ranking of who I think are the best teams right now. So there's no projection really in either of these rankings. I do my preseason predictions before the season, so you can go check those out, and I will, maybe at the midway point, and we'll go back on it and see where my win totals are and how I am doing. But as of right now, it is what it is. Power ranking, eye test. I can be biased in that poll. But in the resume ranking, try to take all the bias out of it. There are 11 undefeated teams remaining, 22 one-loss teams, and 31 two-loss teams in the FBS. That includes the Power Four and the Group of Five. So here we go. I'm just going to start at number one for the resume ranking here, and then we'll do the power ranking after this. Indiana. Indiana is number one. They have the best resume in the nation, 6-0, undefeated. They have 5 wins versus 2 lost teams or better. Now, the first couple may not sound surprising, but they've only lost to other teams on this list. And I'm going 28 deep this week instead of 25 because that's when the tiebreakers start to cut off. But here we go. Indiana beat Old Dominion. They beat Kennesaw State. But then they beat Illinois. They won at Iowa. And then they just won at Oregon this past weekend. 5 quality teams out of 6 games. Now, ODU and Kennesaw State and Iowa can all lose next week, and that would factor in for next week's poll. But as I said, there's no projection here. That is Indiana's resume, and it is the best in the nation. Number 2 is Ohio State. They are 6-0 and have 4 quality wins now. Texas, at Washington, Minnesota, and at Illinois. Number 3 is a one-loss team, and it's Alabama, because they have just ran through 3 straight ranked opponents. All 3 only have 1 loss, and that is to Alabama. They are Georgia, who Alabama beat on the road, Vanderbilt, and Missouri, who Alabama beat on the road. Alabama is number 3 in the resume ranking. Number 4 is Texas Tech, 6-0. They still have the wins on the road at Utah and at Houston. Number 5 is Ole Miss, 6-0. They beat Tulane and LSU. Number 6 is Miami, 5-0. They beat Notre Dame and South Florida. Number 7 is Memphis, 6-0. And they won at Troy. Yes, Memphis out of the American. And I tell you what, I think the American could be the 4th best conference. Maybe they get in 2 teams. I'm just saying into the playoff. I'm just saying. If they continue to win out and the ACC continues to struggle, or the Big 12 beats everybody up, Memphis has a lot of quality teams that are unscathed or 1 loss. The American Conference, that is. So Memphis is number 7. Number 8 is Texas A&M. They are 6-0, and they have that win at Notre Dame. Number 9 is BYU, 6-0. They won at Arizona last night. Number 10 is Georgia Tech, 6-0. They won at Wake Forest. Number 11 is Nebraska, 5-1. They have the neutral site win versus Cincinnati, who only has one loss, and then they won at Maryland. Number 12 is USF, South Florida, 5-1. They beat Boise State and just beat North Texas on the road, who only has one loss now. Louisville is number 13, 4-1. They beat James Madison and they won at Pittsburgh. Number 14 is Tulane, another American team, 5-1. They beat Northwestern and Duke. And then at 15 and 16, we have two undefeated teams that haven't beaten anybody of quality yet. But Navy is 15, 6-0. UNLV is number 16, 6-0. At number 17, Oregon is 5-1, and they won at Northwestern. Virginia is number 18, 5-1. They won at Louisville. Number 19 is Georgia, 5-1. They won at Tennessee. Tennessee is at number 20, 5-1, and they won at Mississippi State. Number 21 is Washington, 5-1, and they won at Maryland. Number 22 is Western Kentucky. They are 5-1 and won on the road at Delaware. All right, number 23 is USC, 5-1, and they beat Michigan last night. 24 is Utah, 5-1. They beat Arizona State. Number 25 is Oklahoma. They are 5-1, and they beat Michigan. Number 26 is SDSU, San Diego State. They are 5-1, and they beat Cal. Number 27 is LSU, 5-1, with a win over Louisiana Tech. And number 28 is Cincinnati, 5-1, and they have a win versus Iowa State. So these are the only teams that have quality wins versus those two loss opponents that are one loss or better. That is. All right, so now let's talk about the power ranking here. Nothing's changed at the top for me. I have Ohio State at number 1 still, 6-0. They won at Illinois this past weekend, 34-16. Illinois couldn't cover the spread, and that cost me. Man, my picks were terrible. But Ohio State is on the road at Wisconsin, but Wisconsin is 2-4 and very beatable. And I expect Ohio State to go to 7-0 and remain at the top. But number 2 in my power ranking is a huge jumper. They were number 1 in the resume ranking, and I cannot deny them anymore. They are a physical Big Ten team. They have the lines of scrimmage. They have weapons. They have a great quarterback. Google them. Kirk Cignetti, man. Moving up 8 spots to number 2 for me. They won at Oregon 30-20 and got screwed in that game a few times. And they play Michigan State at home, a 3-3 team. They should improve to 7-0 next week. Number 3 for me in the power ranking is Texas Tech. They move up 1 spot from last week, 6-0. They beat Kansas 42-17. They are at Arizona State, a 4-2 team this upcoming week. Number 4 is Ole Miss. So I traded these two teams. Ole Miss is 6-0, down 1 spot at number 4 from last week. They beat Washington State 24-20, and I thought this would be a close game. I thought Washington State would cover the 32.5 point spread. I didn't think they would barely beat them. Barely beat them 24-21. We'll see what they have because they are at Georgia this upcoming week, a 5-1 team. Number 5, staying at number 5 from last week, is Alabama, 5-1. They won at Missouri. Like I said, now that makes 3 straight top 25 victories. At Missouri, 27-24. They have Tennessee at home coming up this week. The third Saturday in October, a 5-1 team. And then number 6 is Oregon. They fell 4 spots after losing to Indiana at home. I still think they're a really good team. I just think Indiana's better. I think they're better, even on the road. And Oregon is 5-1. They are at Rutgers, a 3-3 team, so they should bounce back nicely at Rutgers. But who knows? They beat Penn State 3 times. Could Indiana have beaten Oregon multiple times? We'll see if Oregon can get back up for that East Coast trip all the way across country after that loss to Indiana. All right, number 7 is Georgia. They're up 1 spot from last week, 5-1. They won at Auburn 20-10. It was ugly offensive game. That, as I said, they have Ole Miss, who is 6-0 coming up this week. LSU, I keep just moving them down. They're down 1 spot again this week to number 8. This is my national champion pick at the beginning of the season. I thought they would lose to Ole Miss on the road in the preseason, and that's all they've done. But the offense, I mean, you played South Carolina and only beat them 20-10. You're at Vanderbilt this week coming up, who is 5-1. You're going to have to score some points, LSU. All right, number 9. I don't know why I keep hating on Miami. They're down 1 spot from last week. They had a bye. They're 5-0. They have Louisville at home, a 4-1 team this upcoming week. But Miami, all they do is just keep winning these big games that they have. I'm not sold yet. I got to see some more conference action from them. I need to see more road tests that isn't Florida State, who it turns out they're awful, and caught Alabama off guard week 1. Number 10 is up 1 spot from last week. That is Texas A&M. They are 6-0. I see the AP has them at number 4 now, I believe. Still, offensively, I'm not bought in on Texas A&M. Like I said, their only win is on the road at Notre Dame. How good are they? We'll find out. They're playing USC, who all of a sudden is really good and beat Michigan. Texas A&M beat Florida 34-17. Good. They are at Arkansas, a 2-4 team this upcoming week. So we'll see if they can get by that one. All right, and then number 11, I do 12 teams, and the last one is always a group of 5 team because 12 teams get into the playoff, and I figure that, it's always going to be the 12th team. That is that group of 5 representative because they get an automatic spot in the playoff. One of those teams do. So at number 11, who was not ranked last week, is BYU for me, my dark horse in the preseason to be a national title contender. They're 6-0, and their quarterback runs around. He has grit. He's awesome. They won at Arizona last night, 33-27. They have Utah this upcoming week, a 5-1 team. We'll find out more about them as the season goes along. The Big 12 is a gauntlet. And then the group of 5 team at number 12 was not ranked last week. My team I had in there was North Texas, and North Texas took an L at home to USF. I'm sticking with the American Conference here, and I'm putting in Memphis, who is 6-0. They had a bye this past week, but they are at UAB, a 2-4 team coming up. So Oklahoma and North Texas fell out of my power ranking. BYU and Memphis are now in. What do you guys think about my rankings? Each one, either or, let me know in the comments below. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Like the video if you made it this far, please. It means a lot. Helps other people find the channel. And have a great day out there. And go Lions tonight. Let's go.